Paul doesn't just tick around Carol, he constantly ticks around their children.
I despair sometimes because I'll be saying things and I'm thinking, it's not right.
I love my kids. Kellogg's, cornflakes, bollocks.
Tourette's is a non-infectious neurological disorder. It is characterized by repetitive and involuntary muscle movements and vocalizations called tics. Some sufferers may be able to control or hold off tics, but this only delays symptoms and creates a build-up which is forced out later. Tourette's spotlight in modern media has been as a comical illness, with sufferers spitting profanity at inappropriate times. However, patients are left to be social outcasts as they are seen in a negative light. Despite this, research into the disease has only just started, and there is so much more that needs to be discovered to help sufferers. Although the exact cause of Tourette's syndrome is unknown, current research points to abnormalities in certain brain regions, including the basal ganglia, frontal lobes, and the cortex. The circuits that interconnect these regions and the neurotransmitters responsible for communication among nerve cells. Tourette's syndrome may be an inherited disorder. The specific genes involved in Tourette's syndrome are still being defined, although one genetic mutation has been identified as a rare cause of Tourette's syndrome. Certain chemicals in the brain that transmit nerve impulses may also be at cause, including dopamine and serotonin. The basal ganglia is a group of specialized brain cells deep inside the brain. The basal ganglia consists of 3 clusters of neurons located at the base of the brain. These are responsible for involuntary movements, emotion, and learning. The ganglia are abnormal in patients with Parkinson's disease, Huntington's disease, and a number of important neurological conditions. MRI scans have revealed that the structure of the ganglia is different in patients with Tourette's. However, it's unclear whether these changes are due to dopamine imbalance or sensitivity, or they are the cause of it. Treatment, control, management. Because tic symptoms often do not cause impairment, the majority of people with TS require no medication for tic suppression. However, effective medications are available for those whose symptoms interfere with functioning. Neuroleptics, drugs used to treat psychotic and non-psychotic disorders, are the most consistently useful medications for tic suppression. A number are available, but some are more effective than others. Behavioral therapy is a treatment that teaches people with TS ways to manage their tics. Behavioral therapy is not a cure for tics, however it can help reduce the number of tics, the severity of tics, and the impact of tics. It is important to understand that even though behavioral therapies might help reduce the severity, this does not mean that tics are just psychological or that anyone with tics is able to control them. A recent technology shown to help lessen the severity and number of tics is an orthodontic plate or mouthguard fitted to the patient. These are molded to come into contact with the teeth and gums of a sufferer and have proven that they reduce the number and severity of tics. Advantages. Next to all treatments come at a cheap cost, ensuring financially struggling families have the same access as others. Medication does not take much time and commitment out of the sufferer's life. Behavioral therapy and orthodontics ensure no chemicals are entering sufferers' systems. Many patients who have undertaken these courses feel not only better in regards to symptoms, but feel more confident in their lives. Disadvantages. There is no end cure for Tourette's. All courses are implied for life and can become tiring unless change occurs and stops it. All of the medications involve side effects. Neuroleptic conditions such as sedation and weight gain are common. Furthermore, neurological side effects such as tremor and Parkinson's-like symptoms can occur. Evaluation. Tourette's is a publicly misunderstood disease. Its comparison to ADHD and similar diseases is justified only by symptoms. Recently, early detection and management has been the emphasis of doctors around the world. Many experts and neurologists believe that treatment should be focused less on medications and more on physical and mental therapy. Overarching the research side is a severe lack of funding. Due to media attention, many believe that Tourette's sufferers should be able to help themselves. Until scientists, doctors, and experts receive the funding they require, it is a long way off till an exact cause is located and an end cure is produced. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or CDC, has records of one of the few studies that have been done on Tourette's. Most of the provided data was recorded from the study, a national profile of Tourette's syndrome. All other information was taken from Medscape's article, Dude, You Don't Have Tourette's. Some statistics that give a general overview of Tourette's are as follows. As children with Tourette's go through adolescence, 1/4 become tick-free, 1/2 see ticks diminish to a mild or minute level, and less than 1/4 have persistent ticks. Only 5 to 14% of Tourette's adults experience worse severity of ticks than in childhood. 1% of the total population experience tic disorders. The syndrome is found in all social, racial, and ethnic groups, and similarly has been reported all over the world. However, about 75% of Tourette's sufferers are males. In addition, 86% of children diagnosed with Tourette's have been diagnosed with an additional mental health, behavioral, or developmental condition, such as ADHD, 63%, anxiety, 49%, autism, 35%, intellectual disabilities, 12%, and many more high-rate disorders. Both articles cover exclusively United States incidents. This is due to the lack of awareness and support to sufferers of Tourette's across the world. The data provided by the reports were actually gathered by doctors and experts working in the field of Tourette's. Again, this highlights the lack of funding and large-scale response to Tourette's syndrome. Governments need to be aware that Tourette's is a genetic disease that is highly hindering to the individual's life. Tourette's sufferers live with constant social struggles that excludes them from many aspects of life. Doctors and experts in the field are let down by funding and in the resulting amount of data and information they have on Tourette's. Once this funding is achieved, it is my belief that it should be placed into finding a path for early detection. Once easy early detection is achieved, focus can be shifted to management and cure options. However, until all that is achieved, funding should be going to assisting sufferers and their families.
The inaugural Tourette's Lifelong Care Board meeting is a torrid affair.
Shut up! Hey! Off, you homo! Hey! 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 Hey!
Take a breath. Take a breath.
Hey! Hey!
Go.
Hey! 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 Hey!
What a f***ing racket, I know.
Hey! 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 There's an element of lack of control that once they've started and it becomes incessant, the more frustrated I become. I'm fully aware of what I'm doing, but I haven't got the ability to stop them.